Well, my wife's a Marin girl, so I've been up in this neck of the woods, and I understand there's some controversy about Santa Rosa and Wes Craven, the late Wes Craven, because of some locations they wanted to use for the Scream franchise. But it's beautiful up here, and I had a great Thanksgiving here years ago. Uh, Sam Shepard's sister, Sandy Rogers, had a ranch up here, and so I spent a wonderful Santa Rosa Thanksgiving years ago, hiking around the ranch and enjoying myself. But I'm just really happy to kind of help inaugurate Silver Scream Festival, and I'm really honored that they're doing a little tribute to Wes. The fans miss Wes, and he reinvented horror 3 times over with Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, and then with the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, and then later with the Scream franchise. It's just a great loss, especially to the horror, science fiction, and fantasy fans. But it's great seeing old friends up here like John Landis. And I idolize the great Rick Baker, who's here, and I got to see my old producer Marianne Maddalena came for the Wes Craven tribute, and in my swag bag, the hosts of Silver Scream gave me a DVD of Hardware by Richard Stanley, which is one of my favorite horror films. So now I finally have that for my collection. So I've just been having a great time. We found some great, wonderful little Italian restaurant last night, and all of us got to trade secrets and war stories and drink a couple of bottles of wine and devour some great pasta. So it's just been a real treat for me. I'm on my way up to Winnipeg, so this was a little mini vacation because I have to go shoot a movie with Lynn Shay, a movie called Midnight Man, and I'm a little anxious because I just got a new script and I'm leaving on Monday, and also I hear it's 7 degrees below up there. So other than that, everything's fine.
I heard you mention last night that you had been trying to get New Nightmare screened at a couple other festivals.
Yeah, I just can't believe that Neil and Phil got it so easily, and I requested it. But not everybody always, takes my advice. It's my favorite now of the franchise, and I think it's closest to Wes's heart. And if we're having a tribute to Wes, it's just such a great example of his sensibility. It's very meta, it's kind of deconstructed, and he made that film for the fans. And this is really a festival for the fans. And I think that that's just a great choice. And I've tried to get New Nightmare at half a dozen film festivals around the country and overseas, and nobody's managed to get it. And so maybe it's because we're on the West Coast here. That might have helped. But I'm just really happy that they're screening it tonight. Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I'll tell you famous monster stories. 100 years ago in a galaxy far, far away, I had a sort of part-time roommate named Mark Hamill, who obviously went on to great fame and glory as Luke Skywalker, among many other roles. But Mark actually had a letter published when he was a kid in Famous Monsters. And the first thing I ever framed in my life was a Famous Monsters magazine cover with a great green illustration of the Frankenstein monster on it. So I have a real connection there, and I have a friend that did a Forrest Ackerman documentary, and I've been to the Acker Mansion a couple of times, and I gave him an award on the Horror Hall of Fame to Forrest. So I really feel a connection there, and so I'll just shout out to all the fans of Famous Monsters, hey, you guys, keep the faith. Or else.